Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the true AX9 shin pad snapshot review. So these were so improved over the XC9 shin pad that was like really square and really kind of crap that I figured I wanted to do a video on just to talk about it and to kind of show what's new in there, because there's a couple things I thought was pretty cool that True is introducing. I've also done videos on the elbow pads, the new XC9 gloves, and I'll do a video on the AX9 shoulder pads as well. So make sure you check out all of those. Pretty interesting line, so I want to talk about it. But before all that, if you are buying any hockey equipment, please check out the link in the description to purehockey.com, especially for the Americans. Clicking that link, making a purchase, gives me a kickback, so it helps support the channel so I keep doing what I'm doing. First of all, let me just say I like big shin pads. I block shots, or at least did before I broke my finger. I'm a big guy, I'm 6'3". These are 17s. I generally need 17 shin pads. I can't find 17 shin pads anymore. Sherwood, I asked for 17s. They sent me 16s when they sent me the whole kit. True's, the store only had 17 or 16, so I could only go that way. So it's a little bit different comparing these to those, but I'll try my best. The other thing too is I still think these are the GOAT. Like these are like, and the newer ones of those are still really good, but they're big and they're bulky. These aren't quite that size. They're one of the more smaller ones. I should have grabbed a pair of Vapor ones, shin pads to compare, but I didn't. The reason I wanted to look at these shin pads is because one, the previous version was so bad. It's like the really terrible XC9 elbow pads that didn't really wrap around your arms at all. This was a huge improvement from what I could see, so I want to talk about it. So the biggest thing that I thought was really cool in these was this new foam. It's called Absorb foam without the B. And it's on their elbow pads and it's on the shin pads now. It feels similar to what Bauer's kind of pour on is. Not quite as nice, but it is a nice foam in there for added protection, and it's not as hard as D3O is, where D3O helps with impact. It hardens on impact to disperse energy. It's not really soft when landing, so it's not super comfortable. And basically what I had to do was add pour on into my CCM ones to make them comfortable. This feels nice and comfortable and soft to begin with, so it's a huge props to them with that. The shin pad itself is pretty standard, so this isn't going to be super long. The liner is just a normal removable liner, nothing crazy in here or anything like that. There's not a lot of customization you can really do in this shin pad either. There's no crazy thing at the bottom or anything like that. You can adjust this piece right here, so you can pull it out and adjust it higher. The problem is this is the sticky part of Velcro, so that will stick to your pants, that will stick to your socks, that will stick to absolutely everything. So basically you'll want it to not be adjusted and to go as low as possible so it doesn't stick on anything. I mean, I guess you could pull it up here, but that's still going to stick to things. That's an awful design. That should have been reversed all the way, or at least this should have been soft all the way down here into this elastic, and that way this sticky part can catch to it. But the way this is, that's going to catch on things. Really disappointed. I like the jewel that there. It's all nice. Everything they've done is kind of nice, like how it has a left tag here. It also says it on the inside of the liner, so you kind of know. This has this interesting arm, like foam. It's perforated foam. Feels like the old Supreme armor on the old Supreme lines, specifically like the 195, which was even blue. So it's kind of interesting. That's blue too. The wrap over here is segmented foam. It wraps okay. I'm going to overlay. Sorry about the weird photos. I had to do this myself. I have a deadline for this. It was the best I could do by myself for these photos. My producer isn't around right now, so to do these. So the wrap isn't nearly as good as what it is on the Super Tax, or these are Ultra Tax. But again, those are the super protective ones. It is pretty comparable to the Code, and the Code ones are just slightly slimmer than the True ones. So they're kind of a closer comparison for actual size. So the wrap isn't perfect, but it's not bad. Not a ton of protection over here, just a foam, basically foam piece here. And even with here, it's foam, but it feels okay. It's not going to be anything like this by all means, but it's decent. Like these aren't going to be game breaker or anything, but they're decent and they're decently nice. Flex, you can see the knee flex like that. Pretty standard, nothing special, nothing crazy. The one thing I did, just an impact test with my hand. Can't really test these out because they're not mine with actual sticks or pucks or anything. Felt fine all the way through. Has this kind of wear guard right here that is honestly really similar to Speed Skin from CCM, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so there's a bit of a wear guard right there just so it doesn't, the plastic doesn't dig in. It has a little bit of padding on it. The connection points are pretty straightforward. Just one nylon piece on the front right here with the tape channel, and then this piece over here. For my legs, this was kind of hard to attach. This should go further too, so like people with the skinnier legs can really tighten that. I'm kind of disappointed they don't do that. You can see the difference with CCM. You can tell CCM has been doing this a while. They put it all away so you can really tighten it. This isn't the case. So this should be changed to a little bit more. And the other thing I find kind of funny is this is not a carbon fiber. So the look of it kind of looks like it is. And CCM used to do this right here with the tacks. Some companies are, like Bauer was using curve for the shin pads before. They're not anymore, but that is not a carbon fiber. It's just the design kind of to, I don't know, trickier to look interesting. But yeah, that's about it. Not a ton to talk about here. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth one of the code line for shin pads after I've used them a few times. This one itself, again, not mine, so I can't wear them, can't test them, but want to talk about them because I thought they were a big improvement, and I like that absorb foam inside there is pretty nice. So that's about it for this video. Remember, I will have a video on the chest protector, elbow pads, and the new AX9 gloves, so check those out. Subscribe to me so you get notified when those are out. Remember, if you do make any purchases because of one of my videos, please reach out to your manufacturer on social media, let them know. For example, True. It helps me get on the radar so if I can get gear like Sherwood was kind enough to send me so I can actually do real tests on and actually use them and give real feedback. If you are buying anything hockey related, please check out the link in the description for Pure Hockey. Clicking that link, make a purchase, gives me a kickback, so it helps support the channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, small little pictures and stuff like that go up on there that aren't big enough for YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.